different kind of threat on a different timetable, we will inform you immediately on all platforms, and I will also come on TV to update you. Another question, why is the Prime Minister's aircraft in the air? We have operational reasons and considerations, and it's true for our airspace, it's true for any disruptions, and it's also true regarding the various aircrafts, including the Knafzion. Channel 14 News, are you considering any preventive measures against Iran or Hezbollah in view of these threats? I'm not going to detail here our preparations and our scenarios. We will do whatever is necessary in order to defend Israeli citizens wherever it is necessary. I'd like to repeat once again, I will come again if there is a need to update you.
Daniel Hagari there, an IDF spokesperson speaking earlier. Well, it's been confirmed that RAF jets are assisting Israel to defend itself from drones sent by Iran. A Ministry of Defense spokesman said in response to increased Iranian threats and the growing risk of escalation in the Middle East, the UK government has been working with partners across the region to encourage de-escalation and prevent further attacks. We have moved several additional Royal Air Force jets and air refueling tankers to the region. These will bolster Operation Shader, which is the UK's existing counter-Daesh operation in Iraq and Syria. In addition, these UK jets will intercept any airborne attacks within range of our existing missions as required. We will continue to cooperate closely with our regional partners in the interest of de-escalation. Well, here, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has condemned the move in the strongest terms, describing it as a reckless attack against Israel. He said in a statement, I condemn in the strongest terms the Iranian regime's reckless attack against Israel. These strikes risk inflaming tensions and destabilizing the region. Iran has once again demonstrated that it is intent on sowing chaos in its own backyard. Well, the UK will continue to stand up for Israel's security and that of all of our regional partners, including Jordan and Iraq. Alongside our allies, we are urgently working to stabilize the situation and prevent further escalation. No one wants to see more bloodshed. And the Foreign Secretary, Lord Cameron, has also released a statement. He said Iran's reckless attacks on Israel will only further inflame tensions in the Middle East. The UK calls on the Iranian regime to stop this serious escalation, which is in no one's interest. Well, our political correspondent, Tamara Cohen, has the latest reaction from Westminster.
Well, Rishi Sunak was the first European leader to respond and has offered staunch support for Israel in his statement. He said tonight, I condemn in the strongest terms the Iranian regime's reckless attack against Israel. These strikes risk inflaming tensions and destabilizing the region. He said Iran has once again demonstrated that it is intent on sowing chaos in its own backyard. The UK will continue to stand up for Israel's security and that of our regional partners, including Jordan and Iraq. Alongside our allies, we are urgently working to stabilise the situation and prevent further escalation. No one wants to see more bloodshed. What does Rishi Sunak mean by working with our allies to stabilise the situation? Well, the government have not yet commented on reports that we're getting from the region that UK fighter jets, we have air bases, of course, in Cyprus, might be involved in trying to intercept some of these attacks coming from Iran. We have not had any confirmation of that yet. We may well get it in the coming hours, but there are reports from the region that UK jets may be involved. We've also had a statement from the opposition leader, Keir Starmer, which very much reflects similar sentiment to Rishi Sunak. He said that the international community has been urging restraint, and yet again he said Iran has chosen a dangerous path. We continue to stand up for Israel's security, he says, and that the Labour Party supports all measures designed to restore calm. We won't really know what those are until we see the full scale of this and understand what exactly the UK and others' involvement might be. Certainly there's been deep concern about this in government. We know that Lord Cameron, the Foreign Secretary, spoke to the Iranian Foreign Minister just 2 days ago, urging Iran not to escalate into what he called a wider war. Clearly those warnings have gone unheeded, and the UK will be urgently talking to allies in the next few hours about what this escalation might mean, and of course what role Western countries can play, most probably in supporting the US in the next steps. But staunch support for Israel from Rishi Sunak, and wanting to help Britain's allies in the region to take all the steps that they can to restore calm.
You are watching Sky News. Do stay with us. Coming up, we'll have the latest on the breaking news that Iran has launched more than 100 drones as well as missiles to attack Israel.
Now, from Israel's perspective, Israel could attack Iran, and they may be surprised by the Iranian attack, and they may not launch a major attack against Iran, but Israel has a lot of options that they're debating. One is to do something immediately to show deterrence. Some predict they'll hit back as much as 10 times as hard. Or, and they may not do it right away, the window of opportunity to attack Iran's nuclear facilities is now open. And I suspect that this is something that's going to be discussed in Israel. And if I were living in an Iranian nuclear facility, I'd be wearing a hard helmet right now.
Sir, we obviously don't know the scope of the damage of this drone attack so far. We don't know if any have got through, what the damage is, crucially, if there's been any loss of life, and realistically, we're not going to get a clearer picture for a couple of hours. Do you think that that changes the equation, or do you think the mere
3:30 a.m. Israel time? Got some live shots from Israel we've been showing you. Quiet there from the moment on the different live shots. Thank you again to all of our moderators who have been moderating the chat rooms. I really appreciate it. Linda Bell, Larry, AJ, Danny James, Ruth Kafasi. Thank you. Did I say RJ? Thanks all of our moderators who are the reason that we can even have this chat, these chat rooms. Thank you, mods. Also our Twitch moderators, like Bastion Girl, Big Bob, Yarn, David Green, I got that fire. Nick Richards, Papa Bear, Surly Deb, thank you. And we thank our Facebook mods as well. Hold this up on the screen here. Hey, Larry Body, Margaret Riley. Really appreciate all of our mods over there. Thank you. And all of our other Facebook mods. Thanks. All right, guys, it's 3:33 a.m. We're watching. We're waiting. The attack is not over yet. The Israeli military says they're still shooting down incoming missiles. We're not sure if Israel is going to respond to Iran tonight. And we're just sitting here waiting and trying to get you more information. I just saw an update, guys, but let me see if I can get it from somewhere else. I just saw an update. Hey, guys, check this out. I just saw something here. I just saw something. Let me see if I can get this confirmed. I'm seeing some reports that maybe Israelis are told they don't need to stay near bomb shelters at the moment. Hang on a moment. The Home Front Command. Hang on one moment. Let me see if it. A couple things. So first of all, Yonah Jeremy Bob, who's with Jerusalem Post, he just posted some predictions of a second and third wave of drones and missiles in the coming hours. So I don't know if that's going to happen. As opposed to this account, IL Red Alert, which I follow for rocket alerts, they are saying that Homefront Command has declared there is no longer a need to stay near bomb shelters throughout the country. Intel Crab says, and that's a wrap for now at least. So some different information I'm seeing. I've seen that report about Homefront Command on a couple Telegram channels I follow as well. So trying to confirm that for you. Yes. News, the Security Cabinet reported that as well. So maybe that's the case. I would like to get it confirmed. But I am seeing that reported a couple different places. Look at this from the U.S. State Department, by the way. Due to incoming drones and missiles from Iran and Iranian proxies, the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem has directed all U.S. government employees and their family members to shelter in place until further notice. Yeah, Israel 24/7, which is Israel News 24/7, who I follow on Telegram, they're also saying that the Home Front Command is telling people in Israel they don't have to stay near their protected areas. So I've seen several reports of that. But I'd like to get that confirmed. Yes, here it is, guys, right here. Look, N12 News. Israel. Home Front Command, there is no longer any need to stay near protected areas throughout the country. That's from the Israel's Home Front Command. Okay? There is no longer any need to stay near protected areas throughout the country. All right. That's from N12 News Israel. Thanks, FJ, for spotting that N12 had posted about it. So Israel's Home Front Command, which, issues warnings to people in Israel for incoming objects, incoming projectiles. They are responsible for civil defense in Israel, the Home Front Command Department. They have said, it's just been announced, they've just announced a few minutes ago that people no longer need to stay near their protected areas, near their shelters throughout the country. So that is, now there could be more stuff launched in Israel, but that seems like a significant announcement right now. Also, Barak Ravid reporting that Israel has called for an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council over the Iranian attack. Yes, look at this right here from Haaretz. Residents of northern Golan, Nevatim, Dimona, Beersheba, Eilat no longer need to stay near shelter. I think those were all the ones who were being told to stay near shelter. They no longer need to stay near shelter. That's from Haaretz. So does that mean is nothing else in the sky coming to Israel? Right now, I don't know. Ooh, update from Channel 12. Times of Israel says, report Security Cabinet empowers War Cabinet to respond to Iran attack. Channel 12 reports that the Security Cabinet has authorized the War Cabinet to make decisions regarding Israel's response to the Iran attack. This means that the War Cabinet will not have to return to the Security Cabinet in order to get decisions approved, thereby streamlining the process when quick decisions are required. You can also see Israeli envoy requests emergency convening of UN Security Council to condemn Iran attack. Testing to, oh, are you, hold on a second. Hang on. We know of one child injured from falling debris in Israel. That is what we heard. Oh, update. Interesting update. Interesting update from Barak Ravid. Interesting update right here from Barak Ravid. Let me show you this. Check this out. He reports the Political and Security Cabinet authorized Prime Minister Netanyahu, Defense Minister Gallant, and Minister Gantz to decide on how to respond to the Iranian attack. The War Cabinet will convene tomorrow, I guess later today maybe, to discuss the issue, according to two senior Israeli officials. This would suggest that we're not going to see an Israeli response like in the next hour or something. This report is saying that the War Cabinet will meet tomorrow, which I guess is when everybody wakes up, because it's like 3:44 a.m. there. The War Cabinet will convene to discuss the issue. That suggests that there's not going to be a response like right away. I don't know that that's the case, but Barak Ravid is a reliable source. That's the live shot of Tel Aviv right there.
U.S. officials confirming.
Oh, hold on. Where is that from? That's coming from. Where is that coming from? Where is that? Where is that video? Where's that sound coming from? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Oh, just these websites just start playing video after like an hour and a half. It's unbelievable. And then it's not even clear where it's coming from because it's like buried down in the website somewhere. So I got to close everything and then open everything again. Sorry about that. It's ridiculous. But it's like nothing is playing, and then all of a sudden, I don't know which tab it is. It doesn't even say that it's playing. It's like hidden. All right, hang on. Let me just real quick do this. Give me a moment here. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Hang on. There's that. Let's just get this organized. Sorry. So annoying. Thanks for bearing with me while I'm doing this on the road in Florida on my laptop. Be much easier if I were in my studio, so I appreciate your patience with the reduced quality of everything here. It's much harder for me to do it, so again, I do appreciate your patience and your understanding. Hang on. Test? Testing, testing. You should be able to hear me now. You should be able to hear me now. There we go. Sorry about that. What happened is I'm using a wireless microphone because I am on the road, because I'm not in my studio, so I literally have to use a wireless microphone, not a regular microphone. And the battery ran out. So I have my second wireless microphone here that I am now using for you. Second wireless microphone. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. So what I was just saying is, look, what we know right now is, first of all, we heard that the Israeli Home Front Command, which is responsible for civil defense, has said that no Israeli needs to be near their place of shelter right now. That's positive. So maybe that means there's no incoming missiles or drones right now. That has not been confirmed by the military, though. And the other thing that I mentioned is that Barak Ravid is reporting that the Israeli War Cabinet will convene later today, tomorrow, i.e. after people sleep, to discuss a response to Israel. And that makes me think that at least we're not going to see a response to Iran. That makes me think we're not going to see a response to Iran like in the next hour or two. It sounds like, I don't know for sure, but this makes it sound like Israel needs to discuss how it wants to respond to this, that they haven't decided on some military response already. And I might be wrong about that, but that's what that suggests. One of our viewers said the U.S. probably told them to sleep on it. I'm guessing that the U.S. is trying to discourage Israel from doing some big military response. Oh, update from Israel, breaking news. Update here. Okay, this is an update. Operational update from the Israeli Defense Forces. I think this is what they announced before, but let's just read this. They just posted this. Dozens of surface-to-surface missile launches from Iran were identified approaching Israeli territory. The IDF defense array successfully intercepted the majority of the launches using the Arrow aerial defense system together with Israel's strategic allies before the launches crossed into Israeli territory. A small number of hits on Israeli territory were identified, including at an IDF base in southern Israel, where minor damage was caused to infrastructure. Many dozens of hostile aircraft, I think those are drones, as well as dozens of cruise missiles, were identified approaching Israeli territory from Iran and intercepted over the past few hours. Dozens of Israeli fighter jets are currently operating to intercept all aerial threats approaching Israeli territory. The IDF is deployed on all fronts, prepared and continuing to defend Israeli territory. That was just posted, kind of a summary, a repeat of stuff we've already heard from the Israeli military. Okay? One report of an injury, a child was injured in Israel when debris fell from the sky after an interception. That's what we've heard. That's the only report of injury.